To the Honorable our English lecturer, Sir Welly Ardiansyah, and all my beloved friends. Good afternoon. My name is Fitri Amalia. I'm from 5 APD class Public Sector Accounting, Politeknik Negeri Sriwijaya. Today I will tell you about challenges to morality, the subpart of Introduction in Ethics, Meeting 7. Ethics, or moral philosophy, is a branch of philosophy that involves systematizing, defending, or recommending concepts of right and wrong behavior. Many people think of morality as something that's personal and normative, while ethics is the standards of good and bad, distinguished by a certain community or social settings. So, what is ethics? First, what makes an act morally right or wrong? A question of conduct. Second, what makes a person or something good or bad? A question of value. And third, how to draw the correct conclusions about what we ought to do or what kind of person we ought to be. The first and the second are theoretical or conceptual questions, and the third is the practical questions about moral reasoning. Ethics will constitute the rules which govern morality. Morality will consist of the beliefs which inform us about good and bad actions. So ethics will tell us how to apply these moral beliefs to actions. Ethical theory will attempt to justify the reasons for turning this belief into actions. Not everyone agrees that this is even possible. There are 4 challenges to morality. The first one is egoism, the second one is relativism, the third one is moral skepticism, and the fourth is moral nihilism. The first challenge to morality is egoism. Psychological egoism is the view that humans are always motivated by self-interest and selfishness, even in what seems to be acts of altruism. It claims that when people choose to help others, they do so ultimately because of the personal benefits that they themselves expect to obtain, directly or indirectly from so doing. While ethical egoism states that we are always morally required to do what's in our own self-interest. Ethical egoism is the moral doctrine that everyone ought to act to promote his or her own interests exclusively. In contrast to psychological egoism, ethical egoism makes claims about how people should behave rather than how they actually behave. The second challenge to morality is relativism. Descriptive relativism is the view that different cultures have different moral codes. Descriptive relativism is a theory in anthropology, not ethics. It doesn't say nor does it imply anything about how anyone ought to behave. While ethical relativism is the theory that holds that morality is relative to the norms of one's cultures. That is, whether an action is right or wrong depends on the moral norms of the society in which it is practiced. The same actions may be morally right in one society, but can be morally wrong in another. And then, the third challenge to morality is moral skepticism. Moral skepticism names a different collections about views that deny or raise doubts about various rules of reason in morality. It holds that we are never justified in believing that and never know whether moral claims are true. Different versions of moral skepticism deny or doubt moral knowledge, justified moral belief, moral truth, moral facts or properties, and reasons to be moral. First, Pyrrhonian moral skepticism is content to merely doubt that moral knowledge is even possible. Second, dogmatic moral skepticism claims that no one ever knows that any substantive moral belief is true, nor can be justified in holding any such belief. And the third, practical moral skepticism denies that there is always enough reason for moral actions, as opposed to the more dogmatic denial that there is ever adequate reason. And the last challenge to morality is moral nihilism. Nihilism comes from the Latin word nihil, which means nothing. Nihilists assert that there are no moral values, principles, and truths. Ethical claims are either fictitious, according to other theories, or neither true nor false. They are not answerable to any reality, and there is no such thing called morality. Moral nihilism is a meta-ethical view that ethical claims are generally false. It holds that there are no objective moral facts or true propositions, that nothing is morally good, bad, wrong, right, etc., because there are no moral truth. Example, a moral nihilist would say that murder is not wrong, but neither is it right. We come to the end of my presentations about the challenges to morality. I hope what I have shared will be beneficial for us. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.